only local news station with nonstop news.
Oh, this is what we do. Good morning, Nonstop News starts right now. We have a lot to unpack and get to today. We are the only station in town, by the way, commercial free for the next 15 minutes.
We have you covered this morning, including a look at traffic with Joy and, of course, a look at your weather with Jeannette. Good morning, Jeannette.
Good morning. So it is a wet start to the day for some. Stormy start to the day for portions of the Western Hill Country. Here in San Antonio, I'm starting to notice a few pop-up showers. They are producing some light rainfall, but the very active weather is farther to the northwest. If you're driving westbound along I-10 towards Kerrville, you will encounter a couple thunderstorms. There is a severe thunderstorm that's holding on. It's continuing to move off towards the north and northeast. Severe thunderstorm warning continues until 7 a.m. This is producing very heavy rain, lots of lightning, brief high winds, but there is the chance that that could produce some hail as well. South of there is a thunderstorm that is also producing some heavier rainfall. That's closing in on southeastern Kerr County. That's moving towards the I-10 area. There goes the hail core. It looks like that has weakened, but that could change. There's the chance that that could strengthen once again and produce a larger hail. Severe thunderstorm watch for the following counties until 10 o'clock this morning. That means that there is the chance for a severe thunderstorm in these counties until then. Right now, closer to downtown San Antonio, not as bad. It is 70 degrees. It is cloudy and it is super humid. I'm going to keep the best rain chance for today, this morning, and then drier this afternoon. We'll take a look at your full forecast for the rest of the week into Mother's Day weekend coming up in under 10 minutes.
Okay, so like Jeannette mentioned, it's kind of outside San Antonio where we're seeing those wet roads right now. Here's a look from Kerrville along I-10, a little bit better than a while ago when we were looking at this live picture where we just saw lightning everywhere. That said, still wet there. Of course, David Mendoza says he's come across a little bit more of that weather here in San Antonio as well, though not as extreme. David, give us an update from the ground in Road Cam. Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, I'm on 281 South approaching Tacoma right now. What I will say is that it is a little bit wetter on the north side of town. But other than that, we've had very solid roadways this morning. No delays, no accidents, no big problems on the roads. I've been flying around town with no issues. So I'll keep you updated. I'll let you know if I see anything else. Back to you.
All right, David, we appreciate it. Here's another look at the map. All right, we've made it to 6:53 a.m. without any wrecks. Let's see if we can make it any further. Of course, we'll be here to let you know if anything does pop up with your on-time traffic.
Thank you, Joy. This morning, a North Texas man charged with killing a man 2 years ago is on the run. Trevor McEwen cut off his ankle monitor yesterday morning, just hours before he was due in court. The Van Zandt County Sheriff's Office says he is likely no longer in the area. Police are now offering a $10,000 reward for any information leading to the arrest of McEwen.
Uvalde police still looking for whoever vandalized a Robb Elementary memorial last week. There were several crosses and memorials that honored the 21 victims who died in the school shooting. Those memorials were damaged. There is currently a $3,500 reward for information that leads to an arrest.
A case that began as an investigation into a possible homicide reached a different finding. According to the Bexar County Sheriff's Office, the woman whose body was found on the northwest side days after she went missing died by suicide. Mary Adela Silas was reported missing nearly 2 months ago. 2 days later, authorities found her body near the Wild Horse Sports Park. The medical examiner's office previously said she died from a stab wound to the chest. The sheriff's office now confirming she died by suicide.
San Antonio homeowners have a few more chances to get free property tax help. So there's a workshop tonight scheduled for 6 o'clock at University Methodist Church on De Zavala and Vance Jackson. Homeowners can find out some more information about exemptions that are available and how to protest your taxes. Workshops will also be held Thursday and Saturday. We've got a full list of all this, all the information and where it all is on news4sa.com.
Well, happening today, the race to become San Antonio's next mayor is now between Gina Ortiz-Jones and Rolando Pablos.
Yeah, so those two are going to square off in a debate tonight at San Antonio College. News 4's Tawny Davis is live in the Content Center. She's got details on what's happening tonight. Tawny, good morning.
Good morning. Former Air Force Undersecretary Gina Ortiz-Jones and former Texas Secretary of State Rolando Pablos led the field of 27 candidates in Saturday's election, taking about 27 and 16% of the votes. That has now led to tonight's debate where they will answer to the public what makes them the better fit for San Antonio's mayor. Now, during tonight's debate, the candidates will be able to introduce themselves to the public. They will respond to predetermined questions in front of an audience made up of students, faculty, and San Antonio residents. Ortiz-Jones has said on election night that her and her team will continue to work hard to spread their message by telling people what is possible with the right leader representing San Antonio. Pablo said that Saturday proved that San Antonio is ready for a change and are ready to secure a more prosperous future. The winner of this election will also receive a salary increase of up to $87,000 a year, up from the nearly $62,000 salary previously paid to Mayor Ron Nirenberg. Now, tonight's debate starts at 6:30 p.m. and it will be at the Lofton Student Center Fiesta Room at San Antonio College. The runoff election is on June 7th. Reporting live in the Content Center, I'm Tawny Davis. Back to you.
All right, Tawny, thank you. After leaving the mayor's office, Ron Nirenberg will be a professor at Trinity University, a professor in practice there in the communications department. He graduated from Trinity back in 1999. Mayor Nirenberg served as San Antonio mayor since 2017.
This morning, the San Antonio Water System Board will meet to consider a $2.3 million contract that would work towards relocating a downtown chilled water station to accommodate Project Marvel. The money would go towards conducting a feasibility study on relocating the water system in order to build a new hotel. Citizens Against Project Marvel will also be at the meeting to urge the board against the contract. While Project Marvel is not a done deal, they say while it's premature, the relocation of the chilled water station would also require tearing up downtown streets, which would impact businesses. The meeting starts at 9 a.m. today at the SAWS boardroom on 2800 U.S. Highway 281 North.
Well, if you're thinking about losing weight for the summer, you are not alone. Around 15 million Americans want to lose weight before the summer months. That's about 12% of the American population.
News 4 San Antonio's Christina De Leon has more on the four major drugs that are being used now, including how they work and just how effective they are. Good morning, Christina.
Hey, good morning, Marissa. Good morning, everyone. Those GLP-1 medications include shots, which are coming more and more popular with men and women. And the way they work may be simple and the results simply undeniable. Now, we're talking about Wegovy and Ozempic, which active ingredients are semaglutide. And we're talking about Zepbound and Mounjaro, where the active ingredient there is tirzepatide. Now, we spoke to the chief of bariatric surgery over at the Methodist Specialty and Transplant Hospital, Dr. Mickey Seeger. Now, he says they all basically do the same thing, which is stimulate the GLP hormone and the pancreas to release insulin in your body. They also slow down the stomach and brain, basically to make you feel fuller so you don't eat as much. Now, the once-a-week injections have shown a 15 to 20% increase in weight loss and 20% decrease in cardiovascular disease. So overall, doing good things in your body. And even though you may be seeing these great results, Dr. Seeger says you could also be losing crucial muscle mass in your body. So you should not be unsupervised when taking those critical shots.
It's important that patients seeking these really find someone that can spend some time with them and get into the nitty-gritty in terms of what is exactly happening with their body, because the scale only tells part of the story.
Absolutely. So semaglutide and the other active ingredients, basically, Dr. Seeger says, are really effective. But get this, there are actually 30 or more new drugs in the works now that are going to be coming out that could be even more effective. They are still in the testing phases, so expect those to be coming out here very soon as well. Reporting live, I'm Christina De Leon. We'll send it back to you.
All right, Christina, thank you. About 10 minutes now from 7 a.m., both the state and federal government working on budget requests, and the border is a top item for both. So the House Homeland Security Committee is requesting more than $46 billion for border barriers. That would include walls, water barriers, and fencing. They also want billions more for Border Patrol facilities and more personnel. Governor Greg Abbott is also pushing for border sheriffs to get consistent funding to continue their operations. Terrell County Sheriff Thad Cleveland says that could make a huge impact.
To be able to get those agencies funded back to their normalcy and to be able to expand projects and help fortify the border will be very beneficial to not only those agencies but the United States of America.
Sheriff tells us that his county has a lot of natural barriers, but he is hoping they will benefit from some of the new surveillance technology that, if that does indeed make the cut with the budget. The U.S. House and Senate have to agree on this budget, but then the president must also sign off on it.
Amidst allegations of a fixed state lottery, some state lawmakers were looking to revise the Texas Lottery Commission. Now the Texas Senate is moving to do away with the Lottery Commission altogether.
The agency knowingly violated Texas law by creating loopholes specifically to allow the use of telephone, internet, group purchases.
The Senate State Affairs Committee heard legislation Monday that would completely abolish the state lottery system. It would completely eliminate the Powerball, Mega Millions, and scratch-offs from Texas. Last month, the lottery's executive director resigned amidst new scrutiny and fixed lottery allegations. The new acting director will testify today and faced similar grilling.
We are focused on integrity and honesty, but the agency didn't follow the law.
Rather, that was yesterday. In a statement, the Lottery Commission says they respect the legislative process, serve as a resource to the legislature, and will follow the direction of the legislature. Well, the Senate committee left this bill pending without a final vote to ban the Texas lottery.
Well, don't forget, it is Mother's Day weekend coming up. This is your chance to play our Mother's Day trivia contest. Grab your phone right now, scan the QR code. You could win a $100 prepaid debit card. Ruth Hover won yesterday. Congrats, Ruth. The daily prize winners are then eligible for a national weekly $5,000 drawing. Scan the QR code, go play, and happy Mother's Day, in a few days.
Now your certified most accurate four-zone weather with meteorologist Jeannette.
Of course, it's never too early to tell your mother happy birthday. Happy Mother's Day. Just trying to juggle a whole bunch of different things. I was also, tell your mother, tell your wife, all the mothers in your lives.
Yeah.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday and happy Mother's Day.
Happy birthday. That reminds me, I gave my mom a card one year, and it was like, in appreciation, and it was always a joke for us, and she always thought that was odd. It wasn't loving, it was almost like transactional, like in appreciation, Mother, for the things that you do. Anyway, happy Mother's Day.
Happy
and
Mother's
birthday
Day.
to all those moms who are going to have a birthday on Mother's Day.
There you go. Happy Tuesday.
There
we are starting
go.
off this Tuesday with a bit of rain.
Yeah.
Stormy in portions of the hill country. Let's get right to it. Here's the clouds and radar picture. Now, this is showing some showers now firing up over the northeast and east side of San Antonio, but you can see thunderstorms from eastern Kerr County back across portions of the Edwards Plateau region, starting to see some storms closer to Edwards County and Valverde County. Here's live power Doppler radar just showing you more vividly the showers again from the northeast side of town to the east side. Inside of Loop 410, there's one heavy downpour on the east side, a couple of moderate downpours over northeastern Bexar County. We're going to see some on and off showers through the morning. Can't rule out maybe an isolated thunderstorm mid to late morning. Speaking of which, I am closely watching this severe thunderstorm. It is holding together, and it looks like because this is now drifting closer to the east and northeast, there's another severe thunderstorm warning that has just been issued to include far northern Kendall County and areas farther north outside of our viewing area like Stonewall and Johnson City. This looked initially like it was headed towards Fredericksburg, but it's now drifting a little farther to the east. That stronger storm farther to the south, that's holding together, not severe, but it is producing some pockets of heavy rain and some lightning over southeastern Kerr County approaching western Kendall County. Here's the hail core with that. I mentioned earlier that these storms tend to pulsate where they weaken and then they intensify. That hail core is indicating at least medium-sized hail, but that could change. It could intensify even more, and we could see some larger hail with that. So heads up over far eastern Kerr County and northern Kerr County, at least for the next hour. Severe thunderstorm watch in these counties. There is a possibility for a severe thunderstorm to develop in these counties up until 10 o'clock this morning. Bexar County not included in that, but that could change. Most of the stronger storms, as you can see, forming a line there, moving east across central Texas, also quite stormy across the Panhandle. There is a big area of low pressure that's across the southwestern U.S., and that's the driving force behind the stormy and and unsettled weather here in Texas. So about 8, 9, 10 o'clock this morning, can't rule out a few more showers, maybe a thunderstorm from northern Bexar County to Comal County and Guadalupe County. By noontime, we'll start to see the rain really moving away, and then it does look drier this afternoon. 50% rain chance this morning, 20% this afternoon. We are going to see some sun later today, and that's going to help to get us into the upper 80s. Wednesday and Thursday, just a 30% rain chance. It does get a little cooler Thursday. Beautiful Friday into Mother's Day weekend. It'll be sunny, dry, less humid with high temperatures near normal. Be careful out there this morning, at least until about 10, 11 o'clock in the morning. Smooth sailing after that.
Okay, so as Jeannette just mentioned, a lot of the worst of it really passed San Antonio by, at least for now. Not seeing any issues, and that's spelled out some smooth sailing for us as far as your morning commute. No major delays. Here's what it looks like from the ground. That's the latest with your on-time traffic.
Well, and today is Teacher Appreciation Day. Today, many companies are celebrating the occasion with teacher discounts and freebies. With a valid ID, Smoothie King is giving 20% off to teachers. Teachers can get 15% off their Grimaldi's pizza orders through Friday. And Shipley's Donuts is giving away free half a dozen donuts today.
I'm going to talk about broke. Yes, broke cities. A new report from Lending Tree says that people working in 1 out of 4 big U.S. cities that earn at least $100,000 could mean you're still considered broke after you pay your bills. 10 of the 25 cities are in California. The other cities include Boston, Honolulu, Washington, D.C., and Seattle. San Antonio, by the way, ranks in the top 30 of most affordable. Put another way, so if you make about $77,000 here, they say that's like making $97,000, say, in a big city like San Francisco.
I don't like the word broke. You know, I understand it's more expensive. It's a standard of living. It's expensive to live in California. So it's expensive. That means you need to save more. Okay.
There you go.
Broke is a very negative connotation.
All right. Well, noted to Lending Tree. Don't use that.